Yo, yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Listen, it's the No Pastors podcast, and it's the Skeet Show, you feel me? And listen, we got breaking news, man. Breaking news. Big U has been arrested in a gang takedown, and allegedly Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon is tied up in that too. Now listen, this ain't from me. This ain't nothing that I made up. This straight from LA Times. I'm gonna let y'all see it for yourself, and we gonna get into it, man. This is crazy news. Big U arrested. So let's go to the LA Times and let's see what's going on here. Cause boy, this is crazy. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Is it up there? Let's see, all right, this is stage. I'm new, y'all. I'm new to this going live, but I could not miss this at all. I couldn't miss this. Let me see. Let me see. So we need to add this to the stage, man. Okay. Hold on, let me just go over here real quick, man, because this is crazy. I got to make sure we got this all the way right. Yes, Big U arrested in a gang takedown with Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon and the whole. We gonna check it out. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. So look, this is the LA Times. This is today. Let's see what time this is. This today though. LA Crip leader turned gang interveners ran mafia-like enterprise. Feds allege. This straight from LA Times. This ain't from my mouth. It's straight from LA Times. Let's see what time this was posted. This was posted at 9:43 a.m. West Coast time. It's 10:19 on the West Coast right now. So let's get into this. This is crazy. Eugene, Big U Henley is a well-known figure of the hip-hop world and has been called rap's godfather by Wiz Khalifa. Federal authorities are now accusing Henley of a murdering of a young rapper in Las Vegas, among a variety of other crimes. Oh my God, this is crazy. Whoo, I know 600 is having a field day. Good and oh man. UG Big U Henley, a Crip leader who helped launch Nipsey Hussle's career, was dubbed rapper's godfather, has been accused of murder, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, fraud. Federal authorities announced on Wednesday, which is today. Sheesh. As a part of Henley's purported grip on Los Angeles, his alleged victims were required to check in. Now, I remember when Big U was having the whole thing, he even had a show about checking in. But let me say this about the whole checking in thing, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how you checking in. Now, if you checking in and you got to break bread and all that type of, then that's not the right type of check in. Now, if you checking in like, yo, listen, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, in LA, I'm out here fucking around, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, if I need you, you know what I'm saying, I'm out here, you know what's up, you know what I'm saying? They might be like, yo, don't go over here, don't go over here. Look, I might put you with somebody, but you got to know who you fucking with, right? Because you'll fuck around getting linked in with somebody and you'll be getting caught up in the cross, you know what I'm saying? They be lying to you the whole time. So, you know, the check-in is just all about how you go about that for real, for real. Sheesh. With Henley before arriving to the city in order to obtain protection, see? According to the 107-page federal complaint unveiled Wednesday, among those Henley allegedly extorted were professional athletes and musicians, the complaint said, whose business interests were not always legitimate. Oh, my God. Federal authorities linked Henley's Big U enterprise to a mafia-like organization that relied on his stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in LA. Authorities at a Wednesday press Wednesday press conference said Henley is a fugitive. More than a dozen others are in custody tied to sprawling criminal cases. Now, let me ask y'all this. I want y'all to get in the comments and really let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this whole campaign that Luce Cannon, Whack 100, and 600 was doing is playing a part to this? Because every day for some years now, they was just announcing everything that Big U was doing. Not saying they are the reason that this happened. I'm not saying they the reason, but I'm saying, do you think that brought extra light and extra attention to it? Keeping the eyes on them. Big U did this, Big U do that. Y'all get in the comments and let me know, because this shit is bonkers. And this straight from the LA Times. I can't make this up. Following a year's long investigation, I wonder if that means a year or years long, because that's what I'm saying. If it's been a year, yeah, this is wild. A years-long FBI investigation, federal authorities accused Henley of kidnapping and fatally shooting a young rapper in the face and leaving his body in the Las Vegas desert. Perceived disrespect and to stop making extortion payments. Now, the kid getting killed in the field thing, we seen 600 just started going in on this. I want to say maybe less than a week he was going heavy with this. Like, I guess the parents went on TikTok or something and basically said that the police issued a warning and they allegedly found Big U's DNA on under the kid's fingernails. 600 been going crazy pressing that, and him and Luce Cannon, or they was, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's the play nowadays and what's not, but Luce Cannon was acting like he wasn't messing with Whack and 600 because 600 was pushing that issue. You feel me? Like, this is nasty work, boy. This is nasty work. Henley also allegedly defrauded companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities, including professional basketball player Draymond Green. Draymond Green definitely was throwing up 60s, though. And former NBA MVP Shaquille O'Neal. We already know Shaq was definitely tied in with the gang members. You know, that whole thing that went on with the Main Street. He was messing with them, doing donations, and he got tied up in some things with the Main Streets. If y'all ain't hip to that, y'all could go over to Damu Keyway Conversations. They break a lot of that down real good. They get into that. So go tap into them. Oh man. Persuading them to donate to his charities and later allegedly transferring the money to his own personal bank accounts. Authorities have also accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funding from the gang reduction and youth development programs overseen by LA's mayor office. So we all know 600 and them was pushing that Big U was working with the grid, you know what I'm saying, doing this, that, and the third. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything that they was saying, it seemed like they was the feds were just sitting back with a like, damn, I'm not saying this, but y'all get in the comments once again. There's 600 and Whack 100, Luce Cannon and Exposers. Did they help the authorities with this? Did they keep the light on Big U and what he had going on? Because 600 talked about Big U every day, and he's gonna still do it. Sheesh, y'all getting this is this nasty work. Henley previously served 13 years in prison after trying to rob an undercover sheriff's deputy of 33 pounds of cocaine in 1991. His son, a linebacker of the LA Chargers. I don't know how they ended it like that, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Big U, he made it out. His son in the NFL played for the Rams, like, and now you got to sit down and fight this RICO, because that's what it's looking like. This looking like a RICO. Anytime it's a gang organization, this, that, and the third, oh, this is a RICO. And they've been saying it's a RICO. You know what I'm saying? They big saying Big U got picked up, 600 bins in Whack and all them. The exposures, they've been on this. They've been letting it be known. Man. Let me go over here and make sure ain't no comments and nothing going on, because you know what I'm saying? I'm over here really breaking this down for y'all, because this is deep. Big U picked up by the feds in LA this morning with a bunch of others, and allegedly Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon was picked up as well. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Let's get back to this. This is crazy news, boy. Henley, his alleged right-hand man, Sylvester Robertson, a trusted lieutenant, Mark Martin, are accused of violating Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, RICO. Federal authorities have also charged Tremaine Williams, aka Luce Cannon, with robbery, Armani Afleji, aka Manny, with transporting an individual to engage in prostitution, and Frederick Blanton Jr. and Tiffany Hines with bank fraud. All of them are in custody, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in L.A. Now, I want to figure out how they're going to try to tie whoever had the act of prostitution and the bank frauds. Like, how was they tying that to Big U? Do they got some type of trail of that money leading back to Big U? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do to RICO. They try to get as much different crimes that they could pin against you, but they're not going to bring it up unless they could tie that to you. So that's usually how the feds go. They don't come in unless they got everything they need. And you don't hear about a bunch of people beating the feds. So this is nasty work. In an affidavit filed with the criminal complaint, Andrew Rusa, a special agent with the FBI, said members and associates of the Big U enterprise said Henley and the group's history and reputation to control Los Angeles through violence, fear, and intimidation. Henley simultaneously attempted to create an air of legitimacy for the Big U enterprise by promoting himself as a reformed gang member focused on bettering his community, Rusa wrote, which he did. We know Big U. He was getting the grants. He was doing the college, the high school football programs, giving out backpacks. He was doing a lot. Now it's funny that they said he be doing a lot of fraud. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Do y'all think when that truck with all the gifts got stolen from the Big U house, y'all think that was by coincidence or yeah? Y'all get in the comments and let me know. That's allegedly though. We ain't gonna put none of that on none of that. Like, ooh, now let's get into this thing they talking about in Las Vegas. Crazy with. So 5 days before his killing in January 2021, Rayshawn Williams recorded a diss song. In his affidavit, Rusa said he believed Williams' diss song was about Henley, whose independent record label, Unique Music, was representing the 21-year-old. It's unclear whether Henley had heard diss tracks prior to his killing, according to the company. Then why y'all even bringing that up though? Like, it ain't no proof. If y'all saying it ain't no proof, why even bring that up? But that's what they do. Like with the Diddy thing, you know, it was the whole, we having freak offs and baby oil laced up, bro. It was in there. It was nothing about no baby oil. So that's what the media will do. The authorities will connect with the media and try to ruin you just so the people already have an image. So by the time you going into court, you better believe that the people, whoever on the in the juror, if you taking that to trial, they done seen this already on news all over social media. So they might be already fake biased by the time they come to judge. So like the authorities and the media be playing a heavy part on this. That's crazy. Let's get back into this though. Big U indicted on RICO with Luce Cannon. I've seen a picture of Bricc Baby, but they haven't mentioned his name yet. Or maybe they're not going to mention everybody's name. But let's get back into this, though. In this song, Williams referred to Henley as the bro that makes some money. Rusa wrote, Williams rapped that he himself might get shot in the face for thinking shit funny. He mentioned the 38 revolver with no trace. Las Vegas police found Williams' body in the ditch near a landfill on January 25. He'd been shot in the face with a revolver that left no shell cases. This shit sound crazy. He rapped his own shit, his own death, and then it happened like that. That's wild. Williams is identified only by his initials in the complaint, but the Times was able to confirm his name through the Las Vegas news reports and social media. This is nasty work. Unique Music paid to fly Williams from California to Las Vegas in January 2021 and put him in an Airbnb, according to the complainant. His family said Henley had coached the young rapper in football since he was young. See, I told y'all, Big U, that's what he do. Williams was supposed to spend a week at a recording studio and record a song a day, but he missed some days. Okay. When Williams didn't show up to the studio on January 23rd, investigators said Henley and Robinson drove from LA to Vegas to confront him. A friend of Williams, identified only as a CA, excuse me, recounted that Henley arrived at the Airbnb about 2 a.m. on January 24th. All right, so we got snitches and witnesses. It's all bad. All right. I believe that RW wasting the time, thereby disregarding Henley's name and the Big U Enterprise reputation, and potentially flouting the disrespect with the lyrics of the diss song, led to a dispute, Russo wrote. Henley arrived at the studio about 7 p.m. Williams arrived a couple hours after and recorded until midnight. Witnesses told authorities about 12:30 a.m. Henley left the studio. The dark gray Lexus that he and Robinson had drove into the studio was no longer there. Shortly before 1 a.m., Russo wrote, Henley's phone stopped reporting location data and didn't start again until about 2:15 a.m. Surveillance footage at the Airbnb where Williams was staying captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving about 1:13 a.m., according to the complaint. Williams got out of the passenger side of the car, went inside, and returned a few minutes later with his suitcase, despite the fact that the Airbnb was rented for another day, and he was not set to leave on a flight until the following day. About 3 a.m., a witness said Henley returned to the studio alone. The witness said Henley appeared to be drenched in either sweat or water. Henley told the witness he was coming back from the gym, according to the complainant. Hours later, January 25th, about 9 a.m., Williams' body was found in the ditch. He had died of multiple gunshot wounds. Damn, Big U, you too old to be out here doing that. What they said, that was 2021, but that was not that long ago. Authorities compared DNA collected from Williams' body to Henley's DNA profile. The results was inconclusive, but Henley could not be excluded as a suspect, according to the complaint. According to the complaint, following the homicide, see, that's what Big U was talking about. See, so it wasn't confirmed here, as we see on the LA Times, that was his DNA. They would at least, I feel like they would have released it now that he'd been wrapped up and caught up, and they still not saying it's his. So y'all get in the comments with 600 wrong for going on social media, putting it out there that Big U DNA was found under the dude's fingernails, and they just said it was inconclusive. I don't know. That's according to the complaint. Following the homicide, Henley allegedly arranged for recording equipment from the studio to be removed and surveillance video to be destroyed. This is nasty work. Russo wrote that he believed the footage would have shown an altercation between Henley and Williams the night of the killing, and at a minimum, Henley and RW leaving the studio together shortly before RW's murder. A month later, Williams' death, the FBI LA Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs launched an investigation into Big U Enterprise in association with the Rolling 60s. I wonder if that's when dudes snitched or what the fuck. Henley is an admitted member, an original gangster or OG of the Rolling 60s, and someone widely regarded as a leader within the gang. Luce wrote in his affidavit. You know, they're going to paint it however they paint it. And Hip Hop Uncovered as a 6-part documentary series for which Henley was an executive producer. He described himself as a Rolling 60s member from the first generation, but I think he was actually the second generation, so I think they messed that up, but what do I know? The series billed itself as examining the power brokers who operate from the shadows of hip-hop. Henley said he robbed cars as a juvenile and moved to Chicago after getting kicked out of California. When he returned to LA in the 1980s, he said he earned his reputation by beating people up in the parking lot of World on Wheels Mid-City Skating Rink, which is, that's what they used to do. There used to be a lot of things going down there. I'm not from LA, but I know a little something. It was going down that World on Wheels. You go over there, that's in the schoolyard hood, like niggas was getting done. That's just what it is. He wasn't the only one. I mean, everything he's saying is pretty much documented. He probably done been arrested for a lot of this shit, and it's known. So, but they're trying to show you the character. This is the character assassination I was talking about. Look how they're trying to paint it. Throughout the 80s, Luce wrote in affidavit, Henley fostered a fierce and earned reputation for violence. Henley said he made money selling drugs, but decided to stop after reading an autobiography of Malcolm X. I was ready to do something different, Henley said to the docuseries. He later started managing the career of hip-hop artist Corrupt. Shout out Corrupt, Young Gotti. Then in 1991, Henley was arrested in a sting operation after he and a friend tried to rob someone they mistakenly thought was a drug dealer. He served 13 years in prison and was released in 2004. Soon after, Henley formed Development Options, a nonprofit involved in gang intervention and underprivileged children, a safe outlet in sports. Corrupt took Henley to Death Row Records to meet Suge Knight. In the docuseries, Henley and Knight said Knight helped him financially and put me in a position to win. He met Nipsey Hussle as an up-and-coming rapper and a member of the Rolling 60s who lived with Henley's family and recorded some of the first tracks in their downstairs studio, according to a 2003 Times article. They've been reporting on Nipsey and Big U was saying. In the docuseries, rapper Wiz Khalifa said he didn't know anybody that's actually touched as many superstars as Henley has. If I was to describe Big U, role, and rap, he'd definitely be the Godfather, Khalifa said. Can't do nothing without consulting him. He's the only guy who does move how he moves. I just don't understand how they're trying to well, I do know how they're about to try the check-ins into something illegal. Actually, let me take that back. Let me keep reading. It's from the LA Times, and if y'all just now tapping in, Big U has been picked up on RICO charges, and Luce Cannon has been picked up as well. They say Bricc Baby too. In the lineup, you can see a picture of him, but he's not listed in this. There's plenty other people that's been caught. It looked like man. We breaking this down. We're gonna get into it. In 2022. Russo wrote the FBI interview. One second, y'all. My bad. I gotta make sure everything is everything. Man. Oh yeah. All right. In 2022, Russo wrote the FBI interviewed a cooperating witness, identified only as CW1, who claimed that rap artists, athletes, and other visitors needed to pay Henley a fee when they came to the city. CW1 told authorities about a large buy in a dice game in LA in June 2019. The game involved a professional boxer identified only as AB, Adrian Broner, AB's associates, and several prominent NBA players. According to CW1, AB and his associates fixed the game, cheating the NBA players of millions of dollars using teased dice, which means fake dice. And that's not AB as in Adrian Broner. I take that back. I thought he was one of the licks, one of the people who got. So I don't want to say that was Adrian, the celebrities that had got. After that game, Russo wrote, Henley directed associates to rough up AB, who had not checked in with Henley. Maybe it is. But he a boxer, so that's funny. I wonder how that played out. And to get the money back from him on behalf of the cheated NBA players, multiple members of the Rolling 60s allegedly were used to press AB. Henley stepped in, CW1 told authorities, because he was involved in and or would approve of any dice games or similar events such as parties involving large sums of money and prominent NBA players and celebrities in the city. According to the complaint, CW1 knew of knew of other times in which NBA players or celebrities would need to get approval in advance from Henley to ensure their safety at events such as parties, games, or advertised shoots. CW1 said the celebrities will have to pay Henley for protection and approval or face retaliation from the Big U enterprise. Big U, Big U, Big U. In a monitor meeting between Henley and someone identified only as Victim 1, Henley recounted that he got into it with AB after AB cheated a current NBA All-Star out of $1.5 million and a former NBA All-Star out of $5 million. Henley also talked about charging the players $100,000 to get their money back. In a podcast Henley hosted called Check It In, he said every city he goes to, I check in with somebody. He has denied charging fees for those coming to LA. Let me move this camera over a little bit, man. Make sure y'all can see me clear. I'm squinting as a boat. This is crazy. I never made no athlete, no rapper give me nothing, Henley said in an interview with Genius, a digital media company. They reach out to me because they feel a connection to me and my neighborhood for whatever reason. Okay, so here we go. So y'all get to see this. The complaint laid out various robberies allegedly carried out by Big U Enterprise, including one at an unlicensed marijuana dispensary in LA, July 5th, 2021. So 2021, they trying to say Big U was getting busy out here controlling the streets. And as y'all see, the second person on the second person on the second row, y'all see who that is? Bricc Baby. So yes, Bricc Baby has been swept up in this as well. And as to the left of him, you see that's Luce Cannon. Sheesh, we don't wish jail upon nobody, freedom. I don't see nothing with no kids or, you know what I'm saying, no nothing crazily foul, but man, it's nuts. In that case, the victim told authorities he'd been paying the enterprise up to $25,000 per month in extortion fees. After he stopped paying, he said nearly a dozen of Big U Enterprise members and associates, along with the Rolling 60 members, rushed into the dispensary armed with firearms. They were not wearing masks to obscure their identities. They allegedly stole cash and marijuana from the store before fleeing. Now, this is where just hearing, you know what I'm saying, some of these and think about it, like Luce Cannon was talking a little bit too much on himself, talking about some. He kind of just was verifying it for the feds, low key. Like, yeah, I'm Big U Muscle. I used to do this for Big U. I'm the real boogeyman. Big U, da da da. I'm the one who go do it. Damn, Luce. Damn, Luce. Y'all get in the comments. Was Luce talking a little bit too much? Like, did he just self-admit, like, what him and Big U was doing? Nasty work. Nasty work. That same day, Henley allegedly invited the victim to his home where he laid out what had been stolen from the dispensary. That's how you rob yourself, Henley allegedly said. Russo wrote that throughout the investigation, the FBI obtained recordings of Big U Enterprise members and associates discussing robberies that they were doing or planning to do. Now, I would think that in this day and age, like we gotta be mindful, man. These telephones, man, we can't just be talking on these phones like that, bro. Like we know that these people will listen. I don't know if we be thinking that we so under the radar, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not paying attention to me. They ain't worried about me, that we feel like we can freely just say whatever we want on the phone. But as we see, we need to cut that out because you don't never know when you hire somebody that threw you under the bus and you got CW1, CW2, CA this, CI that. Like this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Man. In one case, Rooster said he heard Henley on a wiretap planning a robbery of people who had stolen equipment from a celebrity rapper using an Apple AirTag that was reportedly with the equipment. Henley Mitchell staged the robbery. They called it off after spotting police arriving at the location, Rooster wrote, because they was listening to him on the damn wiretap. So if they got him on these wiretaps orchestrating crimes, he's cooked. He's cooked. I mean, he's cooked, bro. According to the complainant, Henley organized a birthday party at Deja Vu for himself in December 2021. He allegedly negotiated to receive roughly 33% of the bar proceeds and promised the famous rappers, including Wiz Khalifa and T.I., would attend. But I mean, that's how anything go with any event. Like they must not know. Like people make deals like, yo, I'm coming through here. I'm going to bring through a crowd. And if I got these celebrities coming, you don't want this part of the door and I want this part of the bar. Like that's just how business go. Like, so I don't know why they're trying to make it seem like that's something crazy. The night of the birthday party, Henley, Robinson, Martin, and other associates turned up at the club. A victim told authorities he watched as Robinson, Martin, and 3 other associates took a different victim into the back room and extorted $30,000 from him. None of the promised celebrities arrived, according to the complainant. Hey, man, that's sometimes they don't come. We don't know how they fix that on the back end. Big, you could have paid them. We might not have. Man. Authorities also accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funding from the LA mayor's office through gang reduction youth development program. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if, well, obviously he had to leave some money to still be able to do what he needed to do for whatever programs or whatever equipment that was needed for football or this, that, and the third. I don't know if they was going to different places in California. They might have needed to rent buses, gas money. I don't know. I don't know if he was clipping some for himself as he was getting it or if he was keeping a nice majority. We don't know because they ain't say. Since around 2015, Russo wrote, Henley Nonprofit Development Options has been receiving $550,000 annually as a part of the program. The nonprofit was allotted $2.3 million from the city from July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2023. Sheesh. From that, Russo wrote, Henley has drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars purportedly in salary. According to the complaint, the GRID program has an extensive mandatory handbook that is appended to each contract and that development options, like every other GRID contract, must comply with. Among the many requirements are extensive criminal background checks, compliance, training, approval of employees, attendance at meetings, logging activity, and cooperating with lawyers. I don't know. Based on any review of documents in the course of this investigation, Development Options appears to have failed to comply with some or potentially all of those requirements. So remember, when the whole exposures, we just gonna call the exposure team, they was going at him, say, oh, he worked for this, he doing that, he complying with the police, you have to do this with the law. It clearly say right here that Big U never did none of that. It say it right here. So they got to kill those allegations right there. All that grid talk, they could kill it now because they just said he wasn't doing none of that. Nobody went down behind none of that. Henley also allegedly fraudulently applied for federal pandemic relief loans for Development Option, Unique Music, and other businesses, just like everybody else. Finally, authorities accused Henley of committing wire fraud by embezzling more than $100,000 in donations to Development Options. Although none of the donors were identified in the complaint, the Times was able to confirm their names through federal sources and public interviews. Among them was Draymond Green, who made a $20,000 donation to Development Options in August 2019. Henley allegedly embezzled the entire donation, transferring the funds. Damn, that's where it went wrong. Another was Shaquille O'Neal, who wrote a $20,000 check intended to support Development Options in the Crenshaw Rams youth sports team. Henley allegedly transferred most of the money to his bank account. Henley faces up to 20 years for the RICO charge, but could get life if a jury finds that he agreed to commit the murder specifically. Listen, man. This is a crazy situation we got going on here. Like, I feel like I want to see how the exposures go about this now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is what I don't want to say. This is what y'all wanted him gone and out the way. So he gone and out the way now. So like, how do y'all proceed now? I would like to say you just like now that he's arrested, like you can't keep talking about these things that he was doing unless you want them to add them charges on and look into that. So, this is wicked business. Like, and it never said what Bricc baby. I'm pretty sure it's in there. They said what they said is 100, either I believe 107 or 170. Don't quote me. Yeah, this is nasty work, man. Big U. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think this did that all that work that 600 was doing and Whack 100 and even Luce Cannon himself? Do y'all think any of that was a help to the feds? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that kept the gas, or do you think that unveiled any new information? And do y'all think Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby knew? You know what I'm saying? Just like how they was on No Jumper yesterday, you know what I'm saying, for damn near 4 hours, you know what I'm saying, with Adam and Lush. Do y'all think they knew that RICO was coming and they're like, shit, bro, we gonna just come here and try to run up these numbers and just whatever, talk to and figure out how we gonna go about it? I don't know. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share this thing, man. Big U indicted with Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby, amongst other people, man. Hey, freedom. We don't want to see nobody locked up, never in life. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we about. Yeah, man. This crazy, man. I ain't expect to hear that this morning. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. This is No Passes Podcast, man. Okay, Big, you supposedly be a Muslim, just like a pale Arab. Sheesh, nah, I mess with my Arab people. Shout out to my people from Yemen and all that. And yeah, he is a Muslim. I don't think it matter what religion you is, bro. Like, we all human and we all make mistakes and we all gonna fall short because ain't none of us God at the end of the day. So I mean, yeah, we all fall short. It is what it is. But man, it's the No Passes Podcast, man. It's the Skeet Show. Tap in, man. Freedom boys, man.